my desktop essentially. But if you want the commentate to go in game as well, you have to click settings.
You want to shit talk?
Settings and then click I think audio.
Yeah, open mic.
Channel, man.
Voice chat team.
Yeah, you have to have open mic on for team or push to talk. You just need to have the team chat.
Yeah, team chat's on. Anyways, who has the camera?
I think it's MZ right now.
How is the stream capturing the thing? Because if it's your camera, it'll be your screen.
No, but then I can watch someone else's, right? Like there's a.
Alright, it'll be MZ with the cameraman, right? Where's MZ?
Not here. Can you come on?
But then also, if you do like team chat, if you watch the game later in the client, you can hear everything and see everything.
Did you kick MZ out, or how do I?
Wait, yeah, why is he? He's not even here.
How do I make him not the cameraman?
No, you just click it yourself. Like, look, I just.
Shit.
Oh,
No, I don't want that.
actually, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I actually want someone else to be a cameraman, so then. Oh, Crave's cameraman now.
Yeah, but then MZ's not in the stream, so you can't commentate.
But he's not even here right now.
Yeah,
Is he coming back?
You guys can hear us on YouTube, right? Hello.
Testing.
Go to the YouTube channel and tell me that the sound's on.
I actually don't see the stream. What's the
I don't see this stream live, bro.
It should be streaming.
It is. You gotta click videos.
Can you hear the?
Oh yeah, it is now. It is now.
Can you hear the voices?
We can't all be in here, right? We have to move out, right?
That's why I said anyone who's commentating in this channel, everyone else on the other channel.
Yeah.
Well, where's the stream?
Oh, it's a YouTube link. I can link into the lobby.
Yeah, can you link it again? I actually.
Yeah. I don't know how to watch.
Alright, how do we ensure who's the cameraman or not?
Wait, does MZ want to be the cameraman? That's the only thing I...
No, MZ, are you here? MZ? I can't hear you if you're there.
Hello.
Yeah, can you
hello.
be cameraman?
Okay.
You're cameraman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're cameraman? Okay, sure.
How do I make sure you camera? Alright, just start it up so I can...
I already pressed it. Let me just sort out a few settings.
So how does it work in stream on my computer? Do I just click on the top right and it says view camera of MZ?
I actually don't know. What do you guys have open mic threshold? Do you guys have it at 1% or 100%?
I have no idea.
I'm using speakers, so like I'm 100% gonna leak, but I mean I'm using about 20%.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just start it up.
Do you have headphones or earphones and stuff?
Let me see if I can find some.
Yeah, just wait 1 sec, I guess.
Alright. You guys can hear my voice, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So is Jason intending to be in this or? Yeah, okay.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello? Yes, hello? Okay, good. We're good. I got headphones.
Okay.
Wait, so do you need to set open mic in the Dota client as well?
Yep.
But then, do we need to mute our Discord?
No, so we're recording through Discord, so you want to mute voice in Dota 2.
Turn it to 0.
Yeah. So it records in the VOD, and it also records through Discord, and Discord has low lag. Okay, well, you tell us when we're starting.
Starting now. That is picking now.
Okay, everyone. The Domestic 7, our very first group stage game. This is a best of 2, I believe. Is that correct? My co-casters.
Yes, best of 2. So I believe how it works is it's a group stage, so every win counts, and then whoever comes out, the bottom 2 will get eliminated from the tournament, right? After everyone has played in a round robin format, yeah?
Yeah, and the top 2 get into the upper bracket, and the middle 2 teams end up in the lower bracket.
Yeah. Oh, dire team ban!
Alright, so what do we know about these 2 teams? Who's on each team, and who do you think has the advantage in terms of player-wise?
Well, as you know, from TD6 to TD7, we have completely reshuffled the teams, where we And I think the most interesting one is that Lockdown5eva team with spearheaded by Jamin Park and Justin Huang. And I think it's actually really interesting because they've essentially took the two most hard one position players from two teams and put them into one team. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. And they've joined by Lap, Milo, and Windy. The Antifreeze Inc. has Kenny with Danny, and then who's new to this TD tournament, as well as Jess, Simon, and Lakshamn.
Yeah. So what do you want to see from both teams? What kind of heroes do you think that they'll want to draft? I know that Kenny plays a good Magnus, right? So they already banned that. They also banned out the Syllabear, which is pretty interesting because I think Deevos was playing it a lot during their scrims, and they just decided we don't want to play against that. So just eliminate it from the draft to make sure he doesn't get what he wants. And we're going to see how he's going to adapt their strategy. Maybe they had something in mind with that.
Yeah, Syllabear is quite annoying, eh? And Magnus is one of Kenny's main hero that he plays.
See, it's interesting. Yeah, having these new players, because like now they have to ban out like Deevos' ban. Now they get the Faceless Void, right? Which is something we didn't see that much of. Like usually if teams just ban it out because it's Lakshman's best hero, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
And I guess this is a game one, so it's like a testing ground to see what works and what doesn't work. We did see Void being let through at the end of TD in last series, where in essentially the loser finals and the grand finals, Void actually went through a few times in favor of other bans.
That's true. I think people were because people were valuing the Wraith King a lot.
Yes.
So yes, so that was like, oh, we'll just let the Void through, and then we can just pick Wraith King, right? So yeah.
Well, it looks like, I have to say, this looks like pretty safe picks from both sides very beginning. So Disruptor is a very classic Milo hero, while as we know, Justin, Medusa mid. But the thing is, Jay can actually play Medusa safe lane as well. I don't expect those two to swap in their lanes. I still expect Justin mid and Jay safe, but Medusa can go either lanes.
One thing that's also interesting is that Lockdown5eva, they actually picked up the Disruptor, and I think they did that solely to deny, I think, Jess's comfort hero, because she really likes playing the Disruptor. She's always like, give me the Disruptor. And actually, I think my team were just like, we should just ban the Disruptor so that just doesn't get a hero. But I mean, in response, they picked the Jakira. I think Jakira is a good hero. It's good. It's got good spells if you can land them. The spells all feel very impactful. It's pretty easy to play, so I think that's a solid pick, along with the Void as well, because, I mean, Void just chronos anyone, and then you just throw all your spells into the chronosphere, right? So,
and Jakira is one of Lap's heroes, so it's also, in a way, a deny pick. And I've actually seen Jamin playing a lot more Faceless Void as well, probably in preparation to pick it up if they didn't first pick the Void.
They picked the Jakira. I think Jakira is a good hero.
The first phase.
Interesting.
They're banning all the Medusa counters right now.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to play, so I think
that's TL, AM.
There's still a Nyx Assassin in the pool. It's a very good pick.
That's true. I think Deevos does like playing Nyx. I'm not sure if he'll play it mid though. That's the thing. So.
You know, I actually think it's interesting they banned OD and Silencer, because OD and Silencer, I played both of them quite a lot. And OD is without a doubt one of the best Medusa's counters. You just, like, as a Medusa, you don't really want to get BKB early. So if you don't, then you just get Astral, right? And you keep Astraling the Medusa, the mana pool goes down, one hammer, and then you pretty much kill the whole enemy team. So I actually think it's an interesting ban in terms of, but I know Justin does play OD now as well, so they're worried about Medusa going into Jay's hands, and does make it quite difficult because Medusa is quite a mid game to late game dominating hero, while OD is pretty strong early, mid, and late.
I also think that they don't really have people comfortable playing OD on their team.
Justin does. Justin plays OD now. And
oh no, I mean on
yes,
on Team Antifreeze.
Yes, that's true. I think yeah, like broadening hero pool is always one of the things that gives you advantage in these kind of games, where we already know what heroes are each player's comfort heroes. So if you're able to play those heroes, then you have a bit of a draft advantage compared to the rest of the team. Justin does. Justin plays OD now.
All right. So what do you think? What would you like to see from Lockdown5eva? Because you've seen the Faceless Void, right? Do you want to kind of base your draft around the fact that Lakshman's going to get the chronos, and you want to kind of pick saves or something? I mean, we noticed Wyvern has been banned, so there's no Wyvern counter, but there's a bunch of other heroes you pick, like Disruptor. Oracle was picked up from the other hero.
Yeah, Oracle would have been a very good hero on Lockdown5eva. I don't think they have a dedicated Oracle player, but I think one of the things is like your question is, what do you, as a Faceless Void in this game, who do you actually want to chrono? Do you want to chrono the Medusa who's standing at the front, or do you want to chrono the back? And it's a big dilemma, because to get the Void to the backline to chrono like more than enough people, and Medusa's a good counter as well, right? Medusa can just use ult and then run towards try to be in Faceless Void's line of sight. So in a way, it also makes the game difficult for Void. It's always hard to find Medusa, but yeah, now we see the Saver. Yeah,
the disruption. I meant the Shadow Demon when I said that before. But yeah,
and Lap, that's Lap hero, I suspect.
One thing I noticed, Lakshamn plays the Void very well, but one thing that you don't realize is that he's really good at identifying which targets you really need to go on, to chrono. If he sees an opportunity, he will forsake the 3-man chrono as if he can get the one important hero that he knows he needs to chrono, right? And I think that's something really important that you should know as a Void player, who you need to chrono, how the fight's going to play out in your head.
I completely agree with that point.
Especially when
he has good targeting.
Yeah, especially when you're playing against him, you notice it a lot. Well, I notice it a lot because I feel like he always tries to chrono me, and it just really affects my game. So I don't know.
And I think one of the other things is that Void is, and when he hits chronos, sometimes he hits 3 people right on the edge. So his chronos, it's hard to say if he plays Void itself well, but his ultimates win team fights. And if you can win a team fight every 2 minutes, I think that's worth it, And you don't necessarily have to with a team with Kenny and Danny, they're pretty, they can play farming, carry type heroes. So your Void doesn't necessarily you don't have to pressure playing a 1-position Void where you have to do lots of DPS. You can just let yourself farm somewhat and get a good chrono, and you still win games.
That's
and I think that's what happened in the grand finals of TD6, where he hits, in some of the games, he just hits very, very good chronos, even if he wasn't the highest farmed, and he still make a very big contribution.
So this Lockdown5eva team has a lot of long-range catch. Disruptor, Night Stalker. How are they going to deal with all this? They have an Invoker.
I like the Night Stalker. The Night Stalker is a very good hero at jumping and isolating one hero. It essentially forces your Faceless Void to get BKB. And if your Night Stalker gets big before your Void gets BKB, it's going to be quite hard to fight. And if you get your BKB too early, then your Faceless Void doesn't do damage, and you're not worried about it. So the Invoker is a good pick in a sense that you can throw spells, even if your Faceless Void doesn't do enough damage. But if someone jumps in the Invoker, then you will have no damage apart. Maybe the
Jakiro does quite a bit of damage, but do you worry that they don't really have a frontliner, because which of these 4 actually want to show in lane?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Who's going to start the fights in these teams? And on Lockdown5eva, there's actually 2 good ways of initiating fights, right? You have the Night Stalker jump into people, or you have Medusa frontline. While Antifreeze at the moment, everyone kind of wants to counter-initiate or follow up.
Well, you also have the Disruptor Glimpse from long range.
Yeah. So you can, that's your, if you're chasing people down. But what I'm saying is, when you're trying to go into a fight, who's going to start the fight? In your team, because there's a lot of times where you guys play, right, and you go, who wants to go in to start our fight so the rest of us can follow up. And in this game, Night Stalker on Lockdown5eva, Medusa as a frontline hero, or if you're trying to catch people, Disruptor is also a good catch. While Antifreeze, you don't really want to start your fight with the Jakiro Ice Path. You don't really want to start a fight with Oracle, the first spell. Invoker, I guess Tornado maybe, perhaps, but it's not a very reliable initiation. And your Faceless Void, if you're going to be going in, you have to have very good vision. Otherwise, you don't know where the rest of the heroes are, especially the Shadow Demon.
So do we think this is a Justin Medusa or a Jay Medusa?
I think it's very hard to say. I think for example,
Antifreeze definitely think it's a J Medusa. So they've been banning bids.
yes,
Or
but at the
just-
same time, Jay can just play something like Ursa, something that is not a hard position 1 where you can just get it to fight early and let Medusa farm.
And Just has been playing a lot of space making heroes, so I
Yeah.
don't know about reverting to Medusa.
Let's see.
I guess we found
Drow.
out. Yeah, it's a
So
Drow.
it probably is a J Drow in the safe lane. I think that's okay as well in a sense that Drow does a lot of damage. It'll just be
Yeah,
What's
this Drow's
a good
gonna
last
have
pick, you reckon? I reckon Centaur's probably a good last pick here.
Centaurs.
I
Might
think
be
you
like
have to have an
Halo.
initiation. If you don't have an initiation, you're going to have difficulty starting fights.
That
and
gives
having a good fight flow.
initiation, gets you on top of the Drow.
Oh, Centaur's great.
Disengage.
Especially when Drow's slow really affects heroes. You just press Alt and you don't worry about any of that.
One thing you gotta notice is this Drow's gonna have a big target on her back. I mean, that's like the one hero that you actually always want to jump in every situation, right? So,
Yes.
like, you're gonna chrono her. And another thing is that this Medusa it's gonna have like a really hard time in the fights. I mean, like Invoker or Oracle and like Jakiro, like you just cast your spells on her, right? And it makes it really hard for her to do anything. With the Oracle, I think the W, you can't attack. Invoker, you can always go Wex and like disarm her with Deafening Blast. Also, one thing we didn't talk about is the Chronosphere plus Cataclysm combo. I think Night Stalker and Shadow Demon are gonna have to do
Legion.
a lot in the fight. Yeah, Legion. That's like you're gonna chrono her. And another thing is that okay, so they picked it into a Shadow Demon. I think there's a lot of pressure on the Shadow Demon to make sure he gets like timely disruptions. Otherwise, yeah, the fights are gonna go very poorly. At least that's my opinion.
I mean, the inverse is the Legion Commander has to target the hero well, or else the Shadow Demon will just disrupt it straight up.
That's true.
So I'm interested in this fight. But the other thing is like Medusa's very tank. So if I was Medusa and I was chronoed, I'd probably be happy. I would rather be the person chronoed and let my team follow up with either disruption or you jump the back line. So it's an interesting thing to see how you start the team fight. I actually think it just the Dire team. So I can't Lockdown5eva team, which I think is a Dire, just has a easier way to fight the fights. And your Antifreeze Inc. Your Legion command has to play right, or your Faceless Void ult has to be right. And by all means, if they get the right heroes, like it's a very, very strong combo. But it just makes it harder. Like you have to target all the right heroes, or you have to target.
Yeah, I agree. Execution's just easy on Radiant.
Yeah.
They're just going to ball up and push the lane probably at some point. But which team do you think has late game?
Oh, Dire. Sure.
But it's hard
I
to
don't know.
rule out a Faceless Void, right?
I think in terms of damage, like I think if Justin and Jay can like just attack people, they'll win the fights easily. But I think the control from the Invoker and the Void are gonna be really annoying for Medusa especially to deal with. I think. I mean, like you just disarm her with Oracle, right? You just put your E on them as Jakiro. Like suddenly Medusa is like it's really hard for Medusa to do anything in the fight.
One interaction we should note is that the Drow. Oh my gosh, my screen is completely. I have no idea what it is. But anyway, it's Drow with the ult plus Medusa is a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. And Shadow Demon, if they really want to cheese, Shadow Demon just use Disruption on Medusa and then throw the images forward if they want a high ground.
I mean, like you just disarm her with Oracle. That's a good point. Disruption has great value on this team. You got 2 agility heroes that you can kind of make good illusions with. Yeah.
So looking at the team, just to straight up, we have on the Radiant, we have Danny on the Invoker, most likely mid, Faceless Void on Lakshamn on Faceless Void, Oracle played by Simon, Jess on the Jakiro, and Kenny on the Legion Commander. While on the Dire we have Drow played by Jamin, Milo playing the Disruptor, Justin playing the mid Medusa, Shadow Demon, Lap, and Windy on the Night Stalker.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this one plays out. Oh, do you want to change the stream title? Because it's still got the previous one from last TD, so maybe you can change it.
Yeah, I think so. I think the lanes should be pretty straightforward by how they're playing. So it looks like the Night Stalker versus the Shadow Demon bot. It'll probably be against a Void, perhaps.
Yeah, probably Void.
I actually don't know how to make MZ camera, so I have to manually do it.
Oh.
Yeah. So the YouTube stream, I don't think you can. It's
Oh,
cast from
action
what
top.
we see.
Milo is
Milo is
Getting
getting stunned. Rooted. It's Die first blood. Kenny getting the first blood. Jay's being chased down.
they might get Jay here. They've got another route in
Oh
3
yes, they have
seconds.
another route in 3 seconds. 1 second. Kenny.
Oh,
there's
Sunstrike as well. But they've got Nuke. He's dead.
Oh,
Oh,
the
lucky.
value.
Yeah,
Fire. This is a lot of time wasted.
4
I have to
heroes.
say.
Yeah.
Committing a lot here.
Yeah.
When they
Oh,
get
they
the
do
kill.
get hit. And
It is,
I was gonna miss out on the first wave. Yeah.
So Kenny has a lot of gold. He's at 500 gold now, and he's pretty much halfway towards his Helm of Iron Will, which will make his lane much easier.
But he did commit a lot of health for that. So he's gonna start the lane on half, and Drow can just kind of hit him down. It's kind of annoying for the Legion. So gonna see how the supports play the lane, see if they can secure the last hits for the carry. Meanwhile, mid lane, just already winning the last hit war.
I suspect that will probably shift to Invoker as time goes on. I suspect Exhort will be a big part of this lane because he's already gone Q&E. So I think at a bit higher levels, Danny will have an easier time last hitting, but Justin could just spam out the snake and try to kill this minion that Danny has.
You think top lane is going to be definitely won by Fox and Simon. They have so much synergy together. They've played together so many times. I think they'll be fine. Mid, I think will be won by Deevos.
I think it'll probably go about even, honestly. I think Justin like eventually would just go to the jungle and then.
And Justin actually mids a lot, whereas Deevos doesn't. So.
Yeah, I think the thing with Justin is that he can just use Snake to push out the lanes if he needs to.
Yeah.
And then it's a really good spell to kill the summons as well, the Forge Spirit, which is one of the things that makes lasting quite difficult because it gives you like essentially like 100 damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of Invoker's laning potentials.
Yeah. And one of the things that he can do is he can just deny the rune and take one of the other runes.
Yeah.
I don't see it being that big of a win or a loss. I think top lane is actually underrated. I think Die is actually strong in the lane. I think Drow with a Disruptor can really bring down the heroes pretty quick. They do a lot of damage together. So Kenny's at his Helm of Iron Will, and that will make his lane much easier. But I don't think it's as easy of a lane as it is, but it did definitely get helped by the fact that Kenny got essentially 2 kills before the game started.
For sure. I mean,
bot lane's a bit of a struggle. They got the pull onto the double large camp, and their wave's just been deleted.
Yeah, this is not a good scenario.
And you should really be winning the lane during the daytime against Nightstalker. If you're losing it already, it's gonna be rough at 5 minutes.
Both of the supports are actually quite strong supports. So Jakiro is they're going on to lap. So Windy still farming. I missed that one, but
I caught it.
But yeah.
It was Simon Sun into Deevos Sunstrike.
Oh, meanwhile, top lane actually just died. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Right. I thought we were watching bot lane.
Yeah, this is an issue here. This double stack large camp causes a real issue if they don't know how to manage this properly.
So Jess
Well, it looks like Radiant's got the pull now on the double camp, but Lap's
is
there
coming.
to
Lap's coming
Lap's
to
there
disrupt
to
the pull.
disrupt.
Wow.
Well done, Lab.
Yeah.
Oh!
Might be able to
They're gonna
kill
go for
this.
this.
Oh, he has stick.
Oh, here we go.
He has no time
well,
walk.
he has no time walk, yeah.
But this dilation is just making it
Nightstalker
really
just
annoying.
have boots
Hard
yet.
to spam.
He's got a salve though. He'll be fine.
Interesting. Jay has a windlace as a first item. Surprising. Yeah. So I think when Simon gets his level 4, it makes sense. But he might just kill Simon. Just die now. Simon's dead.
And yeah, Fox too low to do anything. He has to back.
Meanwhile, Deevos has denied Justin his rune, but he's full health, full mana. So
I mean, that's
very
not.
close together.
I mean, it's not the worst as a Deucer because you don't really
bot
go.
lane, are they going on lap? No.
Oh,
Sunstrike.
Will the Sunstrike?
Oh, they got
hit
it!
it.
Oh, nice work.
Nice kill from Gamer.
The Kuro is a quite strong laner, so
Yeah,
I
very
think
strong lane.
this lane, whilst Shadow Demon is not bad in itself, but Shadow Demon needs follow up when he uses spells, and Shadow Demon is ideally strong at like level 4 when you get your Soul Catcher. I guess we shall see. I think when night comes, which is in 10 seconds, this lane might shift towards Dire quite tremendously. They'll have high killing potential.
Lakshamn has no items except for
Time,
one.
see if Windy's gonna go do the action here.
I think it's the time to man up.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the creeps though.
That's
Oh, Laps spamming. One of the things about spamming the Shadow Poison is that if you don't get it, it gives a lot of charges to use the Faceless Void.
the stick.
I think top lane. Oh, I think Milo's a bit out of position in some ways, but they're not going onto him. Oh, they okay. That's why he used Fortune's End already. But I actually think it's quite a strong kill lane because you just aim the Oracle. You just ignore the Legion command. The Legion can't do anything at this stage without ult, essentially. And then Simon just might die straight up. Yeah.
It's no clear.
No glimpse. Yeah. And it's too low level as well.
Yeah.
Just completed his treads already.
Yep, going for stacks, very important as a juice. Being able to farm the triangle is something you want to abuse. Oh, he misses the ancient stack though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And he's get DD at top.
That shouldn't. Yeah, I don't think that rune's going to lead to any plays. Right?
I think it would just be more last hits and denies. Yeah, see, Justin is just using the snake to farm. And he's actually killing the minion. I think Danny could be protecting it a bit more because it's very easy to kill, but it does a lot of damage.
That's another thing I wanted to ask is what kind of build do you think we'll be seeing from the Invoker? He's going to max the Exort this game, but do you think there's any merit to like say going Wex Quaz this game, or do you think Exort is the way to go?
Wex Quaz. I think it's too late. He's already got 4 levels in Exort, so I don't think he'll go that. I actually think it depends on how they want to play it because I would have thought that you would want to fight a bit earlier with Invoker. Yeah, can you see how it just
Nice is manning up on the Void, but he's got his chainmail.
And they're going to Jakiro, he can just dodge it. Yeah, but he's probably going to chase it down.
Probably,
5 seconds. And Lap has 3 stacks as well, so if he... Oh, what a... Yeah. And the thing is... Oh, Night Stalker has... Interesting.
Has stick charges.
Yeah, but he's got his chainmail in his...
If he put his chainmails out, he'll...
Yeah, he would
able to
have
man
tanked
it.
a lot more. Wouldn't have tanked as much damage.
I think this lane is going to get really difficult. He just mans up, yeah.
If he just got 1 level of Crippling Fear, I think the boy was dead there.
But I think as a Night Stalker, you just want more damage and damage output. Looking at top, Jay is by himself against 2 heroes. Milo's going mid, sniping the rune. There's 2 rune. We talk about, you know how we talk about Justin not getting the runes? And this time it's Danny leaving 2 runes for the Dire. Oh, that's a good D-ward.
If he just got 1 level of Crippling Fear.
Oh, he missed that ancient stack twice.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. It's actually a big miss.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Is he stacking too early or late?
Too late. He was farming the hard camp, so...
I think the priority would... Oh, Lap's getting caught in a position, but, you know, Windy's here.
No,
Windy does a lot of damage. Oh, Sunstrike.
Ult as well. Oh,
that got baited. He got stuck.
5 stacks.
And Lap might die as well. So, 2 or 5. Whoa. He killed the Twin Head Dragon. That's a good play.
Oh, Chrono.
He committed a Chrono for this.
He needs a bash. Oh, there's the bash.
Oh!
Lap still had stick charges, he probably could have lived.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, up top, Drow getting caught. No.
Himself, Milo is just...
Has duel. Oh, but a good guy.
Felt like he could have dueled. Probably wouldn't have killed her.
Probably wouldn't have killed him.
In the, during the duel.
Alright, so this is a bit of a problem now, because you have Drow in this top lane. She kind of wants to go to the triangle to farm. However, the problem is you pick this Deucer mid who's going to be taking the triangle 24/7, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly like if this lane gets bad real quick, then she won't have anywhere to go, right? So,
yeah.
Is the Drow there just to provide the marksmanship for the Medusa?
No, I suspect he'll probably have more use. He's pretty, like... He just, like, they already stack with him, right? They have stacks here, so they can get stacks with the Drow. But the Drow is not their focus. The Medusa's going to be the... Oh, going bot anyway. We're just going Laps being gone on. They're going to chase down Jakiro. Jakiro has 3 stacks. He's already going to die. Probably didn't need that. Oh, he's just dead. Oh,
Simon's coming
Simon's
as well.
gonna get chased, but he has false promise. Don't think he will die.
In the meantime, Lucky
Milo's
is
gonna
hitting.
get- Lakshman's going on Milo. Milo, unless there's a bash, I don't think there'll be a kill. Night Stalker. Night Stalker actually has ult just to. Whoa. Night Stalker.
See, that was another opportunity where if he had crippling fear, the boy was probably dead.
Jay
Yeah,
gone to the jungle for a bit to stack the camps, to kill the stack camps. Justin happily farming.
This boy saying, I mean, this Night Stalker saying he was very low.
Oh, Fred making some mad plays from top. Just comes bot, picks up 2 important kills.
Adding Midas already. I think the main item that I'd be waiting for would be the Kenny's Blink. 1,600. It's interesting you got the Helm of Iron Will early. I mean, it helps you in lanes, but...
I mean, it's pretty value for what it gives you. 6 armor, 5 health regen. That's like... You have 5 health regen from a Ring of Health, right? And so it's just...
Yeah.
If you think about the cost, you're getting like, 100
The
gold.
cost-effective item, and he can go...
You can always go armor, right?
after.
Yeah.
And presumably that's what he's doing.
I think I like the blink. I think getting the blink is good because you kind of want to put pressure on the Deucer and the. I think he needs to be the one to do it.
And in a way, I agree with Danny going Exhort in a sense that if he does duel, that's probably the highest DPS output.
Oh, that's a good point as well. The dual Sunstrike combo. Didn't really think about that until you said.
And the Meteor as well.
Yes.
And the Deafening Blast. I think the main.
I think they realized he was gonna go on Drought top.
Oh, I don't know about chasing it. Oh, Jay just uses... Wait, Kenny's out of position now. Oh, I don't know about that. Just keep him there. Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Does have ult, actually. Duel, yep. Sunstrike? No Sunstrike. There it is. Oh, they don't get the damage. And
Kenny's dying. Okay. Well, Simon's...
Oh, TP, that's
I
a good
think Jay's probably dead.
Lap disrupt.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, that's a huge disrupt, actually. He's gonna live. Oh, joke.
Simon uses his Purifying Flames.
Yeah, it does a surprising amount of damage, actually. 380 with the Fairy Trinket. That's pretty nuts for a level 7 spell, as in at level 7.
Yeah. It's pretty big burst damage.
Who's streaming, by the way? Is this Stu?
It's
Stu.
You should probably change the net worth now, 12 minutes.
Yeah. That's a good point. Let's have a look at the net worth. Sitting comfortably on the top is Medusa on 6.7k. Followed by Invoker, 1k behind. But I mean, you kind of expect that from Justin, right? Just been farming the triangle, farming the lane.
Yeah, and Danny's been farming as well now. He's got his Midas. The importance of the Midas. Anyway, there's
5 top.
They're going after, correctly going into the Oracle. I think the Oracle should be the priority kill. And Windy can chase down. Oh, okay. Well, he got his second spell off. The rest of the team kind of didn't really chase with him. Anyway, they withdrew 4 people top. Now they can just go back farming. Lakshamn got his Mask of Madness, so he's on his way to Maelstrom. They're going to Danny. Danny doesn't know, so Windy stunned.
Oh, it's not like yeah. Oh, too short.
That's the disadvantage of going QE. You have a lot of damage output, but you have no reach with a lot of your spells. On the salving Danny up. So Windy looks like he's going this Echo Saber, probably Blink build into BKB, which I quite like. You want to jump on the main target heroes. And I think the main target hero is going to be Oracle predominantly. And plus minus Faceless Void based on when he has his BKB or not.
Void did not have a very good lane, it seems. It's actually kind of just finished his mom.
Yeah, Void is number 6 in net worth at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I guess Drow didn't have a very good time as well. She's pretty poor as well.
Yeah.
The main focus is on the mid lane. This Justin he's incredibly farmed actually. His Manta is very, very quick this game.
Like a ticking time bomb, right? Like if you don't deal with it soon, he might just spiral out of control. And even if you have like lots of disables and control on the Radiant team, you might not even be able to burst down the Medusa. And if Medusa just uses his Snake with the +30 Mystic Mana Drain, you might just get all your mana back.
I feel like this is the thing with their team because they don't really have people that can just run at you.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you
invade the triangle because they have 3 ranged heroes that want to stand at the back and avoid who had a tough lane. So
it's night now.
Plays.
It's night now, and it's pretty big timing for both teams. You have the Night Stalker and Knight with Echo, and you have the Blink Dagger, which is 80 away on Kenny. And I think those two are the things that will really start the team fights.
They're making... Night Stalker is running down bot. He might get caught here if he's not careful. There's 3 heroes.
Although I'm interested to see what Knight NS's perspective is at the moment, because he's just standing here, going with Justin.
They do have vision, the Radiant, so they know all these moves. But I think, they realize Justin's a bit too strong for them to get. I mean, they know Night Stalker is in the area as well. That's probably what is deterring them from going on this Medusa.
Yeah. And this is actually the worst thing could happen, right? You're forcing 3 heroes bot on a Medusa. And Medusa's still farming while the 3 heroes are stuck here. And I know it's night and they don't want to fight, but you don't want your Drow and Medusa to hit your... I would say like a 40-minute timing where your Medusa has enough items to be tank and your Drow has a BKB with damage items. Oh, he's going Mage Slayer. Very interesting. I like Mage Slayer. I don't know if it stacks with his multi-shot, but if it does, it reduces the DPS of magic DPS of Invoker by a significant amount.
Who's the one going Mage Slayer?
Jay.
Jay. Oh man.
I like Mage Slayer as a item, and I think it's probably not a bad item in this game in the sense that Jay is not the primary damage dealer. So he just needs to... Oh, going mid, Invoker, Disruption.
Oh,
wow. What a good positioning by Lap. Like, this is your every minute gank that you can do. And one Disruption essentially just mitigated the whole game.
I mean, maybe this opens up some opportunity for the Dire to get mid tower, right? Because I mean, Drow is ready to go, right? I think Medusa, if she wants, she can show up to these fights. If you just barrel down mid, get that mid tower, stop the Void from climbing the triangle, I think you could probably make that play right now if you...
I agree. I think if they don't have... Like, right now, it's just how good the chrono is and how much damage you can output in the chrono, because otherwise, the base defense is just going to be macro pyre with... sorry, the lane defense. And... Breath, which actually does kill the lane creeps by quite a fair bit. I would think that it's... Like, getting the mid tower is a priority. Like, it helps you open up the map, but like, if both teams have it, like, it's not that big of a deal because both teams just like Dire just wants to farm. I think it's Radiant that's more pressured to get the mid tower, if anything, because Radiant doesn't farm anywhere as well as Dire does, so they're more pressured to make a play.
That's actually good. I guess they're just counting on the fact that if it goes late game, they'll be able to land the spell, because we don't really see that kind of aggression coming out from the Radiant right now.
Yeah,
actually bot lane.
They're all heading bot. I'm worried that this Medusa just throws out a snake and the lane is...
I mean, there are a lot of heroes bot. 3 heroes. You can just blink duel.
Whoa, he's just by himself.
He's got no mana. Oh, okay.
What?
Ooh, just a manning up. That was a strange exchange of spell.
I wonder if Justin's like, oh, I farmed a lot, but no, I might die at this stage, so he just...
600 gold from Skadi though, it's not even 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's just left unchecked, and I think, actually going top, going on to Jay, Sunstrike. Oh, Cataclysm.
Oh, Ags. This is a quick Ag.
Yeah, Jay out of position. But they have pretty good awareness of getting him. There is a ward here, which helps, but I actually don't know if it saw him. Invoker's mid. I mean, sorry. Faceless Void's mid, and he's hiding. I don't think Night Stalker actually sees him. I think they're waiting for another spell combo.
Oh, they don't have Cataclysm though, so...
This is the time where you want... You want your Medusa to stand there and just stand in front of the tower and throw spells, but it might be a bit too late. Oh, that's an interesting initiation. They're going to... Yeah. Okay. Well, they got the tower.
There's no duel. So... Yeah, and see now that they're drawing the circles, they want to go into the triangle.
They got Milo? Kenny does have duel now? Duel? Oh. Oh, okay. That's a... What a perfect timing for a pause.
Alright, assessing the situation.
Yeah.
There's no vision from the Dire, so they But they'll probably know that stuff is going on. They know that all the heroes are
I feel
there.
like both teams are just going to run back. Like, I don't think either team wants to commit there.
You're going to get some wards up.
Yeah.
Maybe block the enemy team farming triangle. But do you think it's a bit too late for this kind of move? Do you think that the Medusa has already gotten enough of a good enough start?
Yeah, I think when you get Skadi on Medusa, your tankiness just goes up tremendously. And if you don't, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If you don't kill it, like your Medusa is just gonna run rampant in your team fight. Like it's gonna slow, it's gonna snake.
Well,
if you do try to kill it, it's a huge investment. Like you're spending a lot of spells.
I mean,
and your disruption can just disrupt it.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but I mean, you think about how the fights with Medusa usually go. Usually, you want to go on the back line, kill everyone, and then kill Medusa, right? And in this game, I think they have the tools to be able to.
Mid, Kenny getting hit by. Are they going to go on him? 2 hero by themselves. They could just kill Milo. Justin's going in. Right click. He doesn't have that much damage at this stage. Sidestepping a bit. Knight's still coming bot. He's going on to Oracle. Oracle's going to die. This is a huge teamfight saving. And Lakshamn has to run. Oracle bought back. I think they want to commit on this. Oh, Lakshamn is 80 HP. Oh, that's a good challenge.
Oh.
There's a stick. Stick on Justin. Oh, he didn't use the stick.
He's dead. Oh my god, that's so huge. See, I was saying, yeah.
Double kill.
Like, the Medusa, like, okay, well, anyways, in that fight, clutch Chrono from the Void, gets the 2 important heroes, then the Catacombs. That was massive, and they end up getting Lap as well.
But I just want to hypothesize one thing. Lakshamn survived on 80 HP. Imagine if he just had, you know, a bit more damage onto him. That teamfight would have been a complete loss for Radiant.
That's true. I mean,
yeah.
Surprising how the Medusa managed to fall so quick. I mean, the Cata is a lot of damage, right?
See, I think he was half mana before the teamfight started, which made it a bit harder.
Yeah, Void had been hitting him for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, before with the Medusa, right? You rock up to the fight, you're like, you know, super mega farmed, but I was saying, I think the Radiant has the tools to be able to, like, kind of kite her and deal with her so that your heroes can jump the backline and kill everyone and then kill the Medusa, right? Like, you have the Oracle, we saw in that, put the Fate's Edict onto her. When that gets high level, it's, like, really annoying, right? Because the only way to get out of that is to, like, Manta. They have, like, Yukiro, who went for the...
Oh, they're going
Actually,
to
wait.
Night Stalker, Disruption, far away.
Kenny with the double damage.
Oh,
that's a lot of damage. Yeah.
Deafening Blast is going to be one of the spells that's going to be super important.
Yeah, so there's Deafening Blast as well. I was going to say there's Deafening Blast. Jess actually went for this like cerebral.
Oh, they're going to Justin?
Oh.
Lap got hit. Oh, unfortunately.
Oh, Justin did the EMP.
Gets his ult off first, so he's fine.
Yeah. Justin doesn't have too much damage at this stage. Jay is kind of just standing around.
Fuck, my HP pretty low. Justin has no mana. He's low.
Lap's heal, so he will just be able to disrupt.
I
think Justin really wants his Ags. Once he gets his Ags, it will become a different team fight. Once you start stunning people with your snake, it just makes it so hard to play against.
I think this game, you have to go with BKB. There's no, like, you're not going to be hitting anything if you don't get a BKB, I reckon. Honestly, because, I mean, against Invoker, Oracle, and the Jakiro. Like, Jakiro is gonna... She actually went for this build where she maxed E, right? So you just put that on Medusa, her damage goes down by a lot. Like, Oracle, you just Fate Edict, Deafening Blast, it's like, I think they have the tools to deal with this Medusa, honestly.
Yeah, so, and I like your point. Liquid Fire is actually a very underrated spell.
It is.
In terms of things. Everyone says, you know, you don't get it, but Liquid Fire is 60 attack speed. Attack speed slow, sorry.
Especially,
and it's 4-second
yeah,
spell.
the talents actually are very good as well. Like, you get the attack range, it makes it so easy to get the thing on the Medusa, right? Because you want to ideally always have Liquid Fire on Medusa, and the attack range just facilitates that, right? Also, the level 15 talent is actually insane. If you get it on Medusa, it's like, how slow is she attacking? 110 attack speed. That's like basically a moonshot, right? So you just think about that. Just get rid of a moonshot worth of attack speed, and then, like, suddenly she's not hitting as hard.
I completely agree. The thing that Dire does to mitigate it
mid lane,
Drow. Oh, they might go on Drow. So Drow under position again. The team's here, Illusion. Oh, they didn't jump on him.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess they were scared of the disruption or something. I don't know. But Lap was actually hot, so
you would have saw his illusion as well. The thing is, so the really good way to mitigate that is Drow provides a lot of agi for his team, right? But the issue is the Drow is actually going Aeon Disc. I think Drow doesn't want to die, but I don't think this is the right way to approach not dying. I think you'd rather just build tanky or get a BKB.
I feel like this is a 4v1 strategy.
I guess.
Like, I can see why you want to get an Aeon Disc.
Yeah, in this game you can kind of see, but I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like, I don't know, you just like kind of dodge around the fights. That's probably more ideal than buying this item that probably in the end is not going to save you anyway if you get chrono. So,
yes.
I don't know.
And, you know, as a Drow, let's be honest, you just kind of stay back. And you have people in your front line anyway, like you have your Medusa front line. I think at this stage, if we look at the win probability, it's actually not 69% rating. The thing to consider is that once die hit the timing, they will do a lot of damage, and they will. Like any Drow game is like you lose one team fight, you might just have a whole lane completely wiped because of the Drow.
But I mean, are they gonna get that team fight? It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's really hard for the Medusa to hit anything in this fight until she gets a BKB.
Yeah, and I think this is the point, right? Like, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis at times about skill players, but I think the bigger thing is how people take the team fights and how they want to play the game. And I think overall strategy is much more important than skill. If you have a sound draft and if you have a sound, you know, way to push the game, like, you know, your players, you might not be as good, but you can still win team fights because you know what the right play is.
Of course, and there's like ease of execution and everything.
Exactly, and that plays into your drafting, right? Like if you draft like really like Miranas as your only stun, then you know you're just setting yourself up for a loss unless you magically, you know, just hit all your arrows.
I feel like the Dire team just lack damage. Justin's going an Ags, but they don't really have any damage on the team. Like the Drow's dying too easily. He doesn't actually have agi items really. He's actually changed to get a Satanic.
Yeah,
but I feel like Justin, plays with the carry mindset that he doesn't want to die, but Drow wants people to be in the other team's face, so she doesn't get gone off. But they really only have a Night Stalker to do it.
Okay, so Justin has this is go time, I think, the first go time where he just uses Snake.
All right, you gotta watch the Void here. See if you chrono.
It's dead. This Snake, Void
Drow's
has an Aegis. Medusa's just manning up Kenny. And Kenny might just... Oh, no, he
comes to chrono.
He probably just dies.
There it is.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, double.
Oh, actually, no, see? If you look at Justin, he's only half dead. That was a really good disruption. And that actually... My bad. I thought it was a bad targeting. That was really good targeting.
Save the Night Stalker, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's...
Oh, Invoker gets glimpsed. This is a huge kill if they can get it.
Invoker's dead. This mid tower's gone.
That's like MVP so far this game. The amount of saves that he's done is incredible.
That was surprising. Yeah, no, as in surprising that. Yeah, they got the chrono and then, like, they got 4 Sunstrikes on her and she still didn't die. That was actually pretty nuts.
I'll just give you a perspective though. So each mana is 2.5 mana. So 2,500 mana is 6,000 HP, 6,250. And then 6,250 plus 2,500 is almost 10k HP. That's why sometimes it's not easy to kill Medusa, because you have so much HP. Yes. But in this game, 2.5 times 2,500 is a lot of raw HP. And that's why your Cataclysm, and that's what I was gonna say initially. I was like, Lap, why didn't you just save the Medusa? Because obviously Medusa is a more important hero. But then Lap, with his infinite wisdom, knew that, you know, you can't burst down a 10k HP hero, effectively 10k HP hero by himself. So I thought that was very well disrupted, I have to say.
It's actually more like 8k because the Mars Shield doesn't block all damage.
Oh yeah, that's true. 70%.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, 8k anyway is
8k is a lot of damage. And you know, when he goes to 25, if he gets a Satanic, in 3 hits, he'll probably get his full HP back. Medusa is, one of these ticking time bombs at the moment. And I personally really like Ags. Especially when they have J to boost the damage of Medusa. Like, it's just so strong, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get value from the Ags, like, also the Shard, I think the Shard also is a really good tool when you get the Ag. It's just, yeah, it's really nice in the fight. Being able to refill your mana.
Definitely. Shard Medusa with Ags, like, at this kind of 25-minute mark where you know half your heroes on your enemy team doesn't have BKB and half of them do, like once you throw out a snake, it just makes it so hard to play around.
What's the play though? So like we're all in agreement that Dire are probably ahead, right? They have the bigger hero, they have the 5 protect 1 strat. I mean 4 protect 1 strat with the Justin Dusa. Is it time? Do you think it's go time now? Because I feel like they really want to like kind of push their advantage before the Dire team gets any. I mean honestly, I think if they wanted to, they could probably just go high ground now.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's...
If I was playing safe, and if I took this game like, you know, I know it's a first game of a best of 2, but like if you really want to be safe, your timing is Medusa 25. Once you get Medusa 25, even if you have a Paladin sword, 1 hit, you're hitting 4 heroes for lifesteal, and that's nearly a satanic, you know, like that's really that's a lot of lifesteal. And then you use a snake and all your mana's back, your Medusa isn't really dying, and you have a disruption. Yeah, Medusa's not going to die. I think this 2k lead is actually very, it's deceiving. I think this game dies much more ahead. And if we look at the graph, 70%, I think 70% might even be underrating it. They have to kill the rest of the heroes. So priority number 1, Lap. Priority number 2, Disruptor. Priority number 3, probably... It's hard to know Jay or just Night Stalker or Drow. Like you want to... Either of them are good kills. You definitely don't want to aim this Medusa first. I just don't think you can kill it.
For sure.
And it's interesting, right? He's going to Butterfly, while in reality, Radiant's damage is not physical for most of it. So I think he's mainly going that for DPS. So he must be very confident about himself. Like, I mean, if you were worried about dying, you just go Satanic. Satanic gives you damage as well. It gives you 45 damage.
That's
which isn't a lot, to be fair, but you know.
I guess he's kind of scared of the Void hitting him in the Chrono. I mean,
yeah.
And then there's also Legion, but I mean, yeah. Honestly, I agree. I think going Satanic is also a good choice.
Yeah. I just think I think he's thinking that he's not going to die, and I think it's not a bad choice because he will do a lot of damage.
What do you think about, like, say the Butterfly as opposed to like just a Daedalus or something? Like, I know people have been picking that up. That's a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, I think Daedalus probably would have been the better pick, but I think Butterfly is still okay. I think Daedalus would be... Oh man, Daedalus... Oh hey.
Ooh, bot lane. Oh, they get Drow.
I mean, this is where the Aeon Disc would have been helpful, but they're committing Cataclysm for a Drow, which is kind of just almost like bait as well.
Oh, they refreshed it for that as well?
Well, they had to. I think they were worried, but Drow's just... Medusa's just going top. Just trading towers is definitely at Dire's advantage. It's actually at Radiant's advantage, but I mean, your Medusa's ongoing farming, so it can't be too bad. I would like to see a blink on Windy, and I think that will complete.
Agshard next as well.
Yeah.
It'll be unkillable. So.
That Agshard isn't as big this game compared to some other heroes, some other games, I think. Like, you know, your big spells aren't really single targeted, right? Like, yes,
they don't have many single target spells.
Like, normally Legion you'll be worried about, but like it was Medusa, right? Like, you're not dying.
Yeah, but it's mainly Oracle that has single target spells.
I think when we were talking about how can Radiant come back, Heaven's Halberd, picked up by Kenny, is very good. You just spam. Yeah, Jess is just gonna die in this.
Oh, he's on Invoker, no BKB.
Looking backline. They're killing Disruptor, and then they're gonna kill Jay as well, or what? Killing spree.
But has a BKB, but Drow's just hitting him, taking a lot of damage.
Split in fights. Medusa's just gonna kill Lakshamn. Couldn't kill. I think it's quite unfortunate. One of the things that happened was the tornado actually sent Lap into the air, so Lakshamn couldn't kill it in that team fight. And then he had to aim the other hero, which is Milo. Arguably, Milo is probably, you know, much less value than Lap. So now they're just going to go down, and Lap's just going to throw out illusions. This is good timing for high ground.
Ooh, I think, yeah. Do you think that the Radiant are going to be able to defend?
Nah, I think it's good.
I think this is probably.
Meanwhile,
you know how we talked about the Daedalus? Yeah, Justin's getting that next.
Roche is about to spawn.
So Justin clearly thinks that he's not gonna die.
Fortify comes out. They're backing out for a bit. Are they gonna go for a round 2 when the creeps get here?
I would go for Roshan. I would get the tower or just go to Roshan. Like, once they get Roshan, like Justin is definitely not dying.
I guess they do have Invoker. It's pretty annoying to go high ground against Invoker. They'll probably
Do you
get the
think
tower.
Butterfly's the right item here? Like, should Justin be worried about right clicks more than all this magic
Oh,
damage?
just getting a bit close. Oh, triple! Oh, no crit!
Jay is just gonna get. Oh, that's a good target. Once they get Shadow Demon. Yeah.
Double.
Justin.
Justin losing a lot of mana.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? Just
Yeah.
Oh, and his mana's been refilled.
He has ult though. He has ult.
Oh, minus down.
It's TPing out. Do they have a cancel? They do.
Oh, they
Oh, Justin's gonna go down.
Oh, good ulti by Lakshamn. Perfect play. That was
That
really
chrono-
good coordination by the Radiant as well.
That
5
chrono
there.
came back quicker
Forced
than
that
I
one.
thought it would.
Roshan's
Because
up.
they chronoed here, right? So that chrono was 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. Until
They,
they got
so
there.
they played it very well. They had very good discipline as a team. Went straight for the supports. And just ignored Justin for maybe like half the fight and then dealt with him after.
Oh, and they get Roche. That's actually huge.
Well, Roshan's
You know how we were
actually
talking about
spawning as they walked uphill, so
Man.
got it.
You know how we were talking about like what they should do? One of the alternatives, they should just get Roche. Like, I think they must be kicking themselves now because Justin didn't have ult in that fight. If they had ult in that fight, they could have just initiated it with when they were going to get gone on. They could have just ulted with same gaze, but they didn't. And then the big thing was Kenny killed Lap in the backlines, and Lap couldn't save people in that fight.
I think another thing, yeah, the initiation by Jakira, I don't think they were expecting it. They just ran into the triple macro fire, triple ice pass, and then that just set up for the chrono.
I don't think they
So-
did that song. There you go. So.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't have
Roche, I feel
chrono.
like when would you push uphill if it's not now?
And you have double kind of
Oh, Windy. What's going on for a void?
That was risky, yeah. I guess he trusted his Shadow Demon to save him. This is actually going to be Rax. I think we're going to get. Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Big kill.
You're going in? No, Lakshamn has Aegis. He has BKB as well. I don't think he'll die.
We're going for a fight in the base though. Medusa is here.
Medusa's coming in.
Barely.
Oh, they get.
Oh, no.
They get
Oh,
snuck.
they get-
That's fine. Just leave him.
It's fine. Yep. I think that's the right call. And that's Rack.
Very good play by the Radiant. The team is
Yeah.
very well coordinated. Even though I think the Dire side
Radiant's
is
bottom tower
bigger
is under
heroes,
attack.
I mean, the coordination on the Radiant side is pretty good.
Yeah. And I think the main thing was disruption. And it was good combos with the AoE. We knew the AoE was coming, so we knew what they wanted to do, which is just disrupt, but I guess keep kicking off. I think Kenny got the right hero at that time. Lat might have just been seen, or hard to see. Hard to say it without looking at the player perspective.
Tier 4 items are. What do you want to see for each team? What items do you think would be ideal?
I think the Timeless Relic is is on Radiant by far is what I would want.
Yeah,
You,
for sure.
you know, there's on an Invoker would just be more damage, but more importantly, Deafening Blast. You know, like Deafening Blast and Heaven's Halberd are two very strong.
Oh, they actually get it. They actually get the Timeless Relic from Invoker.
I feel like one of the Dire supports should get a Yules because Kenny doesn't actually have BKB. You could just Yules him
Yes.
in the
yes,
fight.
Yes.
They just have to stay way out of vision.
But at the same time, Kenny's actually, I think, a couple of hundred away from
It's
getting
queued up
the
to
BKB.
BKB.
Maybe saving for the buyback. Justin's going Daedalus. You mentioned the BKB before. I think this is probably the time where you want to start getting BKB. I wouldn't have gotten earlier because you probably wouldn't benefit that much. But now where the Deafening Blast comes in, where the Heaven's Halberds come in, Justin will start to have difficulty right-clicking heroes. At the same time, though, his
Justin
snake...
can get caught here. There's smoke.
Yeah,
Oh,
Justin's by
watch for-
himself.
They have vision.
Just farming, I think. Hey, they see Invoker. Oh, Lakshman's going in.
I don't
He
know
has
about-
stun. This is a good
He's
way
got
to start,
Aegis,
right?
but
Oh, Lakshman is kind of.
Oh, Justin is just frontlining. He does not care. Oh, they have a halberd as
That
well.
was a strange fight just then. Lakshamn was just dancing around with Justin.
Oh look, Lakshamn is now baited out the Medusa ult, so that's fine.
That's true.
And he had Aegis. It's expiring in 90 seconds, so he doesn't care that much.
That's true.
Are they gonna get an objective with this Aegis, or are they just gonna let it expire?
I think they're
Well,
going
they got
down.
an objective kind of.
Oh,
Medusa
which
ulted
lane?
down.
Well, you talk about
Now
which
they're gonna
neutral
push.
item. Which main? Which main is the neutral item that you want?
Oh, Medusa, yeah. Interesting.
You probably want to give it to Lakshamn, right? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. It's 4% times 2,600.
I did not realize this is the photo. That's hilarious. Who's the other guy here? The logo. It's like Justin pushing against the count FIFA.
Going in.
Oh,
You know, I would actually say you, as a Radiant, you want to use your Aegis, because if you don't use your Aegis, it might actually be hard to, like, win 2 15 fights in a row.
Yeah, how do they push into a Drow Medusa?
it's pretty hard, yeah.
Very high. Well, high ground.
Lakshamn.
The only reason why they got
That's a lot of
high ground
damage.
last time is because they killed the Medusa.
Yeah.
It is difficult. I think.
And again, this 10k is not 10k. Like, I still at 72% on Radiant. I think that's overestimating it.
Well, I think they definitely have an advantage now.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it at 72 though. I think as the game drags on, as long as you survive the chrono, I think Dire is. And just remember, this Drow is slowly getting
Both
big.
teams are smoked out. That'll be interesting. There's 4 of them. Or are they going to catch the Radiant? Oh, both teams don't realize they're both smoked against each other. They might
Oh, they're going to Lakshamn. Lakshamn Aegis just ran out now. Lakshman's Aegis just ran out.
Oh,
Silence. Let's BKB.
Oh, he
Oh, he's
uses
out.
BKB.
He's out. He's out.
Does he have a
That's a good
Basher? No, he doesn't.
He's out.
He's getting it.
Lakshamn actually playing very well. Wow. That was a close one, though.
Very close.
Alright. So do you think both teams are going to wait for Roche? Do you think Roche will be the next? I think Dire is a bit hesitant to go out of their base right now. It's pretty scary for them to go out, honestly.
It's psychological, right? Like, you lost your last big push, so as Dire, you don't really want to fight objectives like contest Roshan, right? Like, you're worried about what happened previously. Well, in reality, like, Dire probably has a pretty reasonably good chance. I think the thing about, I think it's just this Drow. I'm just not sure.
She really feels like a support this game, eh?
Yeah.
Just they went for this 5 protect 1 and they didn't really end up getting a big enough advantage, I feel. So now I feel like they're actually on the back foot.
And I feel like this Drow going Satanic is good. Going
Yeah, they
Silver
also
Edge-
haven't killed enough of the Radiant cores.
Oh, they're going in,
All
going
of them they
Milo?
died once.
Oh, this is not Milo.
And they do have infinite scaling on the LCs.
Yeah.
Don't forget to factor that in. If this goes on long enough, he'll end up getting a crap ton of damage.
Whereas the Night Stalker's kind of become irrelevant.
That's true. I mean, at this point, he's just basically like a moving ward.
This will do.
And yeah, and going Helen's Halberd, I guess it helps with the survivability. I think the thing that I think Night Stalker didn't manage to get when he should have got would have been a Blink. I think Blink would have made his life easier this fight. Justin's by himself.
There's no way they're killing him. See, this is it's really hard for him to do anything.
Deafening
Yep,
Blast. This disarm. Look at this time.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, he just walks out.
Going for it.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Big old
Lap
thing,
just
big
stood in.
stun.
Oh, Echo.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
They're
no.
Justin now. Oh, this is a big kill. They get it. They're gonna get it.
Alright.
That's big death. They need to push this now so they can fight back. They have one of the biggest heroes down. Yep. Justin buys back.
I think he definitely needed buyback. Oh, lucky.
Ooh, some BM.
Practice more, Justin. Okay. Some trash talk coming out right now.
Let that sink in for a bit. It'd be hurting, man. I'd be hurting after that.
Yeah. They just got caught out, unfortunately.
Regeneration.
I mean, would you really fault this game on Justin then? I mean, I feel
I think, like,
I
it's
feel
hard
like
to
if
fault
they
one
were going
person.
to go, I mean, second pick a Medusa and play 4 protect 1, that they didn't really
I
draft
feel like,
that.
yeah, I don't think it was. I think they had the advantage, but they didn't really push it. Or when they did, they just, yeah, that.
I
that
think
mid
it's, yeah, that was probably by far the place where the whole game turned around. If
Like,
they took
you have like a Night Stalker who wants to gank, but then you have a Drow and a Medusa. as your other cores. You
Oh
can't
no,
really
I think Night Stalker is good in a sense that you want to jump. You can jump the backlines with your Night Stalker, but the Night Stalker didn't get blink. Interestingly enough, so you physically have to run into the backlines. And when you, as an Oracle, if you see a Night Stalker running with BKB towards you, your instinct is just go out, like leave, or you get a ghost or something. Well, which he did anyway. So it's just a bit of a odd, like. Yeah, like Night Stalker, you have to jump on the heroes. And if you're not jumping onto the main target in the fights, you're not doing that much.
Would it be accurate to say that the Dyer's kind of draft at the moment is pretty good, but the execution on the Radiant side is like is what's kind of winning their games? I mean, like Tim's at the start of the game match said like Lakshamn's choice when chrono, like when to chrono and who to chrono is what's actually like turning the tide of this war.
Yeah.
I would say it's more. I mean, execution.
But
Yes.
Kenny has done a lot of that as well, picking off supports with his duel.
Yeah, agreed.
I just want to say that decision making is probably the main thing. Like the strategy, like your team strategy and tactics in the game. You're like it's the push mid when Aegis was pretty much up.
Well, Deevos has pinged out the smoke.
Simon's.
Except Simon's walked straight in anyway.
Again, going to Milo.
Fuck.
Disruption. Disruption onto him.
Just messed up.
Justin on the back line. Is he gonna get credit?
Oh, Justin's caught. Justin's caught them in the middle, so.
Jay's disrupted.
Oh, big hit. Chrono onto
Jay,
lap.
that's a nice dodge by Jay.
Aeon did.
Saves lap. Oh, Cataclysm.
Oh no, Drow's dead. That's a lot of the damage.
Oh no, Lakshamn's been trapped inside the core.
Everyone's flying back now. And Roshan just came up, so this is a really important fight.
Oh, the snake's stun.
Oh, Oracle might be caught out of position. But anyway,
it's this save your friend syndrome going on here.
Lakshamn died as well. Lakshman's gonna die
for a long time.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
It's a save your friend syndrome happening.
I mean, Justin.
That's a dieback on the Kiro.
Oh, this is not. This is just the worst time to lose a team fight.
Yeah, Simon
Where
and
they in
Kiro
front of.
both die back.
Where are they in front of? They're walking straight to it. Yeah. Oh no.
Rosh and an end game, I think that's what's gonna happen now.
Oh no.
They know the buyback in Oracle and Kiro. There's only one option left. It's basically you go in, take these Aegis, and just run down mid and just end the game. That's what's gonna happen.
Jay's taking the Aegis, which I actually don't know. I actually still want to give it to Justin.
It's a hard call.
I think they feel like they can't actually kill Justin. Like, oh, did someone just eat cheese by accident?
I think Night Stalker just ate the cheese. Yeah, he just
ate
it. He knows he just ate the cheese.
Oh, no.
Windy with the.
Jay got vaccinated, yeah, because Justin still got buyback.
Yeah, Justin doesn't have buyback anymore.
But I just don't think they can kill Justin that easily.
How come they're not pushing down mid? Well, I mean, Justin's like.
Yeah.
They have no creeps.
One of them should go back to help, like Lap.
Well, Lap's
doing the right
pushing,
move. Oh, this is a mistiming.
Yeah, it is mistiming. They should have prepared for that. They've got to miss out this opportunity. 30 seconds, no dieback.
See, I just want to emphasize, right? Like this is what decision making is about. Decision making is if you're a team captain at that stage where you get Roshan, one of you should be making a decision to push out mid, so the rest of your team can just straight up go.
I think the supports are dead though, and they had 3 hitting Rosh.
Yes, but then you can send your Night Stalker, right? Your Night Stalker was half HP. Like you're not going to contribute that much. I think
Night Stalker doesn't push particularly fast either though.
Yes, but you're still able to kill 6 creeps.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit underrated, but like, I think these are the subtle things that separate like really good decision making versus good decision making. I think good decision making was like essentially just spam buybacks at that fight where you knew that Justin was important and couldn't die, but Justin also wasn't dying, so you can just spam buybacks to kill the heroes. Well, yeah, so that was good decision making. I quite like that, but you know, the peak of it is if they got that way pushed out, they would finish Frax by now, and they would essentially even out mid lane.
And they might have saved cheese.
I mean, we joke about now, but cheese on Justin or Jay is really, really
cheese
important.
Cheese on Justin would be a fucking killer.
Oh.
I wonder what they're thinking about now because Jay has Aegis. Maybe it's just a buyback. Maybe they're waiting for Justin's buyback, but his buyback is 2 minutes 22, while Jay's Aegis is 2:56. So you have a 30-second overlap where you have buyback on Justin and Jay still has Aegis where you push. So I'm not sure about this.
Also, yeah, all the spells came back up, so...
I just want to highlight, Jay did a really good dodge on Lakshman's ult. And I think that really prolonged a lot of fights.
Yeah, the Chronosphere actually managed to hit Lap, and I think just getting the Chronosphere on Lap, I mean, that's probably good enough to maybe win the fight. But Lap actually has an Aeon Disc now, so yeah, I ended up managed to survive that. So yeah, and then I was able to cast all the spells. So that was pretty important pickup from Lap.
Yeah. And that's a whiff chrono as well. Whiff chronos are very, very, like, you know, Radiant win and lose based on this chrono. I think it's time to go aggressive, right? Like, I know you have, I mean, this is the main timing. I know you don't have buyback. Justin's thinking of getting a BKB, but if you want to get a BKB and have buyback, you're going to lose your Aegis. And I think you're just going to miss this timing.
I mean, at the same time, it's like a Drow Aegis that, like, I mean, this Drow doesn't really have any kind of significant items. Like, she has some, but I feel like compared to the net worth of the other heroes, it's just like not a contender at all.
Oh, but it's 50 agility bonus, right? That's 100 agility on Justin.
That's true. However, I don't know. Justin still does not have buyback. They managed to kill him. It's just like GG.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a hard call, honestly.
Yeah.
Seems like they're just gonna be happy to farm with the Aegis. Justin's very far out.
Mid.
But they're not gonna go on him.
Yeah, and Jay's by himself bot. Like, do you have vision?
They have good vision. They have good vision. They have good vision. They have a ward on the high ground. They have one all along the river.
They're smoked. They can't see them.
Just
I mean, they see Lakshamn, of course. I guess they see Danny. Jay's going top.
No, they yeah. Dire has a very good vision on 2 spires. I mean, Radiant ideally should be warding the spires all the time, right? You don't want them to have more territory than they already have.
Oh, you know, I think this is a really big missed opportunity. I think if they went mid and just spammed Shadow Demon Disruption, I think they really would have just got that tower, got the racks. And once you get racks, like, you're not forced to stay mid anymore to push out the lanes. Like, your map movement just becomes more flexible. Like, you can leave mid and then you maneuver the other lanes to get heroes and to farm jungles. If you're stuck mid, like, you always have a hero there and you always know at least where one of the enemy is. Because once that big, like, once your mega, you know, upgraded creeps go into the base, you know where they are. They're not mid.
I mean, at the same time, it's like you're committing, like, it's kind of risky to go over that kind of play for just 1 Rax, right? I mean, at this stage of the game, a Rax is not really, like, gonna help you win. It's really all about who casts
back, though. Like, everyone bought back and they
That's true. So, I don't know. I guess they were just scared that... yeah, I don't know. It's a hard call, honestly.
I think it's a lot of psychological, like what you were so strong in your last team fight, high ground team fight, and you somehow lost that team fight. It's just so demoralizing sometimes when that happens. I still would like to see, like, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I still would like to see more Lap just spamming Disruption onto Medusa and just send it forward to clear waves or defend. I think it's probably the safer way to defend.
For sure.
And Shadow Demon, like, it gives you Shadow Demon Gold. Shadow Demon Gold is going to be pretty valuable. Like, imagine an Ags on him. Imagine a Blink, so he can just, like, stay back and blink in to disrupt. I think that, like, I mean, he's cleaning up a 4-staff now. I think Blink is the item. If he gets Blink, he can just stand anywhere.
I know it's not real. Illusion.
Yeah, that smoke is also interesting. I feel like they would know that Dire is in base.
They see the ward. They see the courier.
They can see a courier. Oh, going into the
Hyperstone. Oh,
that's unusual, right? Like, why would you ever send your creep back onto the lane when you're trying to ninja it? And he also had the shield as well. Anyway,
so Dire smoked out. They're looking for a target. I think they're gonna try and pick off Deevos.
Ooh, if they get Deevos.
Just remember, Danny has BKB, so he can just BKB and go out. And Dire doesn't really have any hard lockdowns.
They see him?
They see him.
Yeah.
They don't have detection.
No sentry.
There's no initiation.
It's too fast, yeah.
No,
But do you know what I mean?
Jess,
Like,
Jess,
there's no blink.
It's gonna walk into the ward.
Oh, that was close. I mean, if Milo just like put one more sentry down, they might have been able to get. But he did have BKB.
He'll just BKB. Oh, like, Justin's by himself. They don't know this.
They don't know that.
He probably could have
in now. And they're gonna back off. They're looking to get. Do you reckon they're gonna take a fight now? Yep, Lux is gonna take a fight. Nope.
Just wants to tell.
Nice poking.
Good poke.
Destroyed.
Oh, okay. You know what we're gonna start talking about now? 6-minute items.
Oh, what do you want? Yeah. I mean,
6-minute item do you want? Man, this game.
Do you?
So Justin's got a
I mean,
BKB now. He's
think-
wants
I think-
to eat his eggs. The BKB.
You know, ironically, I'm going to say that this BKB is too late. I know people keep saying I don't like BKB, and that's not entirely correct. But this BKB now, like 9 seconds of pure right-clicking with Medusa, is not as strong as a 40-minute right-click with Medusa. Because right now, Medusa does, what, 300 damage per hit? He was doing 300 damage per hit at around 45 minutes. And at that time, you can actually burst people down a lot easier than now. Right now...
He's got his, you know, item progression hasn't really, you know...
Yes.
Yes,
That
starting
is
to
one of
slip.
That's kind of
Kenny, that's actually underrated. Going back there means that he can actually right-click. But they're going back. I'd like to jump on Kenny though. I think Kenny...
Kenny has a sight. You can hex him.
Because, you know, what you ask... You say his BKB is too late, but what other item would he have not got prior to this BKB?
I would have said you'd probably want BKB in place of Daedalus, or BKB or Daedalus instead of Butterfly and BKB with that. Because once you
I think maybe the Butterfly. It's not. I don't know how much physical damage he's taking. Maybe he's
because
just
just
worried
remember the
about
Butterfly helps attack speed, which Jay helps with anyway, but with 100 agility, and it also helps with attack damage, which 60 damage is not as much as Daedalus. And Daedalus, just remember, Daedalus crits on with the split shot modifier, so you're doing Daedalus hits on like 4 heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
Heroes,
like
sorry.
Butterfly is generally for the evasion, but
yeah, like we said, like how many DPS heroes are on Radiant in terms of physical DPS? It's just Lakshman, and Lakshman has an MKB now. You know. I think the Witchblade was probably the nice pickup because that does a lot of damage. That does a lot of magic damage. Sorry.
Meanwhile, Deevos has also got a Hex and a Shivers, and Lakshamn's got an AC. There's a lot of armor on their team now. I don't question how much damage Medusa's even doing.
Do you think it's time for her to pick up something like a rapier or something?
Yeah, he has it queued up, and I think maybe in place of Daedalus, the rapier might be.
I think you
it
get
was
rid of your
hard.
Butterfly.
I agree with that. That's
It's not helping you
It's
against
not really
power.
helpful anymore.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know,
helping
like,
you against
Void's already
power.
got an MKB. Like Elsie's never gonna duel you, so.
I agree. I think I definitely agree. And you know, there's no harm in selling it, right?
Yeah,
I feel like Butterfly's a very good item on your head of Medusa, but then and Justin thought he was, but then obviously he's not now. So.
Or I would still say, actually going on to Simon. That's the right hero to go on. He has
There is a rush.
going on to Laps.
Well,
they don't even
Elsie's
get him.
kind of there on his own.
They use
Justin's by himself though. He's zoning everyone else out. I think that's the right play. He killed Simon as well. They're using solo, just killing him.
Oh wow.
Justin double chrono again.
Double chrono with him.
Wow, Lakshamn's targeting is phenomenal. That's my back. I was just
Jay,
back in. They'll come back in
himself. Milo, selling him.
Impossible kill.
That's a big commitment. Like
Large
we talk about
commitment,
how they do a lot of damage, but that's 2 chronos, refresher, double catalysm, double meteor to kill Justin.
I mean,
But, now they have no buyback.
Yeah, they did commit a lot as well. They got a lot of buybacks.
Okay, but
4
Windy
buybacks.
first.
He's going in. I don't know about this, Windy.
BKB is 6 seconds, you know. At late
No
stage.
blink, he doesn't have the initiation.
Yeah, we talked about the blink.
Justin's hitting Roche. He's confident enough to go into Roche. And I think they can get it. They don't have.
Well, they don't have the chrono or the cataclysm.
Yeah.
They don't really have the damage.
That's good decision. This is good decision making.
I think you can still like just cast spells in the pit, right?
Wait, Justin's going out for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, they want Jay to go in. I think 2 people is a bit YOLO, but I guess they're not coming.
They don't have
So what do
chrono,
you put on everything? There's an Ags, Refresher, and Chief.
Ooh, Ags on Jay. I think.
Aegis and Justin. Yep, he did buy that.
Or actually, Ags on Milo. Once Milo Ags, you know, you could probably just kill a hero straight up. Because
Yeah,
no,
the mute.
The mute is yeah. Oh, this is scary. Justin,
Alright,
Justin is getting Demon Edge. He's 1,500 away from Demon Edge. Oh,
Interesting. Oh, this is.
So Justin's got the Aegis
smoke?
and the Keys.
All right, they're going in.
man.
What are the chrono timers? There's 50 seconds for 1 chrono.
Yeah. Oh, Jay's frontlining. I'm not sure about that. Oh,
Jay
Justin
has
wants to finish.
buyback.
He does have buyback. Yeah, they're going for the threat, and I think this is.
they're going for
Justin, Mono straight back from 0 to full in one go. I think you want to kill Rax first, so you can let the creeps come in.
They want to end it, man. I mean, they know they don't have spell.
They need to end it whilst they don't have chrono, right?
How long? 20 seconds.
Jay still around. They're killing Jakiro. Oh, they use ult on Jakiro. That's big as well. They can't save it before.
Windy's probably dead anyway, right?
Yeah.
Justin and Jay just put the tower down.
Man, what
They
exciting.
have a chrono. They have a chrono.
They have
Yeah.
chrono now. They have chrono now.
Chrono double cap.
They have 14 seconds to refresher. This is
gonna happen.
Jay out of the wall. What a silence!
What a chrono! Lakshamn, this is game over. I think this is it. Oh my god!
Lap's going back and forth.
Oh, no.
Lap, where are you going?
Refreshes back up. Oh no! They just
Lap, where are you
Justin's
going?
just getting kited all day here.
Oh no! Oh, but Lap, your main just goes
That
into
is
disruption.
GG.
Oh no!
That is GG. Well played.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Now he's been hexed.
Justin is gone.
Jay's coming though, but I don't.
Cheese.
Oh.
The ult.
There's nothing.
They're just gonna go Lap.
There's nothing to be done there.
Oh no!
Game.
Oh no!
Alright.
You know what we
Gotta
talked
be-
about before? Look, I don't know if people agree with me, but if Lap had a blink, he would have saved any of the heroes. But oh no, Lap walked in, used
I
ult.
also realized that the Dire team had no stuns.
Oh, game over.
Rubbing
GG.
salt in the wound. That was actually an insane game, actually. I didn't expect it to end like that.
That was really well played. What a game.
But you know though, like that was a pretty close game, even
What
at 35k
What
or
a game to
whatever.
kick off the series, huh? For this round for TD. Amazing.
Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad for Lap. That was such a yeah. I feel like they didn't utilize the Lap disruption and just high ground with Medusa effectively. But also, like I think in the last fight, like Lap kind of just walked around and didn't disrupt anyone. And I think, it's
Unfortunate. But now we're gonna go to game 2. Well, it's just a series. They just play whatever. But I mean, what an amazing team. I mean, the coordination from Radiant, you got to give it to them. They were amazing. I actually thought that the other team were bigger in terms of like Medusa and Drow, who are really big, really scary to play against. But the coordination on the Radiant team, like Lakshman's able to pick off the heroes that he needs to pick off, doesn't get distracted by like, you know, what can I catch? It's more like, what should I catch? And then catch the supports and kill them and deal with Justin. The discipline to do that is amazing. The fact that, you know, Fox as well, going on the supports when he needed to, it was very well coordinated across the Radiant team. That's why they won essentially in the end.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna say that the Dire had some